Hey everyone, welcome to the Hangout. So with me I have Lordy and Chris and Cliff, my bird. So how are you guys doing on this afternoon?
Doing well.
Same here.
That's cool. All right, so we have a lot to get to. So let's get into some hot topics. First up on the auction block, the House Republicans recently just voted to repeal the Affordable Care Act and replace it with the American Health Care Act. And Democrats had something to say to them. Take a look. Oh, hey, what's up? All right, so basically the Democrats just said to the Republicans that they just signed their exit papers. What are your thoughts on that?
I love the video. It was very hilarious, and I love the fact that there are more negative votes than positive votes.
By that you mean?
That the bill's not going to be passed. Booyah!
Really? The bill's not going to be passed? It just got passed in the House, so you're saying it won't get passed in the Senate. Is that what you're trying to say, Lords?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Cliff, what do you think?
I think that this is basically going to become apocalypto when everybody just starts dying left and right. I know, yeah, it's dark. Dark times because basically if you're alive, you're basically going to die because whatever is listed on the bill that prevents you from healthcare is a lot of it's like everyday struggles. For example, if you have ever went to high school and you have had acne.
Hello. I still have acne.
Well, you're not covered. You're not covered.
Well,
If you're blind, like Stevie Wonder,
oh no.
you're not covered.
Oh my God! If you have let's read off some of this list. If you have multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, obesity, organ transplant, paraplegia, paralysis, high cholesterol, hypertension, incontinence. So basically, your grandfather who needs his Depends, that's considered a pre-existing condition. I'm still on the fact that they're talking about. I'm still on the fact that they consider menstrual irregularity an issue. So with that, that's enough about politics. Now let's talk about the popular Facebook status trend that was going around called the 10 concerts that I've been to and one is a lie post. Now it's been popping up on Facebook and there are now concerns that the list's privacy experts are actually concerned about whether or not it reveals personal information and how you've been spending your money. Of course, it's crazy, but what do you guys think? Lord.
I think you should do the poll anonymously just to be safe.
So you're saying that, instead of putting it on, a public setting, you should just send it to just your friends?
Yeah, or you know how they have those polls on Facebook where they list different options or you can add your own? They could do it like that.
Okay. Cliff?
I think that this is something I'll be too lazy to click on Facebook.
Or just too lazy to just do?
Yeah, it's too lazy to just do. It's one of those posts that after you click on it, send you to another website and asks you to answer 10 question or so, and you're just like, I don't have time for this.
Honestly, I was just too lazy to do it because that requires to copy, paste, and then I have to erase things, hit backspace.
Go back and remember concerts that you may or may not have gone to.
Exactly. All right, so before we go to break, Lordy is going to pick a question out of the magic bowl, and we're going to answer it. What's the question?
If you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Dead or alive? I'd have to say my grandma. Just because it would just be the first time that I've met her. So that I could just get some answers out of her. Find out how my mom really was growing up. And then just just try to get some advice from her.
If I would have dinner, I would have it with Steve Burns. He was on Blue's Clues. I loved that show growing up. And I would tell him how much I loved him. It would be fun to meet him. I would be a little nervous though.
If I had dinner with anyone, it would be Steve Bloom. He was the voice of Tom of Toonami. And I really enjoyed that program as a kid, so I would definitely have a chat with that guy.
See, I want to have fun, and I'm over here being all deep and philosophical. I don't appreciate this. All right, you guys. Also, if you guys want to join in on this conversation, just tweet us using the hashtag #TheHangout, and we'll be right back.
Is it an excuse to get together? Since 1886, Coca-Cola has been passing on smiles from generation to generation. We've been giving kids scholarships, like the early birds and the all-nighters. And you get to enjoy what matters most. Coca-Cola. Drink up.
Welcome back to the Hangout. So apparently, there is a peak age for different milestones in your life, and that's according to research from multiple sources. Now, the research shows that you're most depressed when you're 44, and you're most content when you're 38. Now, what do you guys think about that? So, when you're 44, you're going to be depressed as hell, but when you're 38, you're going to be chilling. So that means you got to wait. How do you guys feel?
I don't think this always has to be the case. Like, statistics are not always right. It could be any age. You could be happy you could be 44 and still be happy. And you could be 37 and be, like, really, really depressed.
Cliff?
I agree with her. Yeah, I agree with her. You can be, for example, right now we're in college. Right now there are kids, students who right now having the time of their lives, while others are probably crying in the corner because of finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't particularly matter what age you are. It depends on the situation that you're in and what you're living through.
Totally.
I'll be for real. Like, from my teen years, from like 12 until we'll say like 26 years old, I was like constantly depressed. And now I'm just having a great ass time. So, you know. All right. So, did you ever think that you would hear Toxic, I'm a Slave for You, or Baby One More Time on a Broadway stage? Well, you might be hearing those soon because the music of Britney Spears may be coming to Broadway, same vein as Mamma Mia and Jersey Boys. Tony winner Jerry Mitchell is going to bring Spears' catalog to the Great White Way. So what do you guys think about this? I'm excited. I love Britney.
Me too. I love Toxic and I'm a Slave for You. So I'm very excited for this.
Can you imagine it being on a Broadway stage, though? Like, I would love to see how that's going to be interpreted. Cliff, what do you think?
I never grew up with Britney Spears music.
Okay.
I wasn't that deep into pop growing up. Seeing her stuff on her music on, well, not seeing her music, her personality through her music on stage is not going to remind me of the brighter years of her career, or like her walking out of a used bathroom stop with a toilet paper attached to it.
Why do you remember that, Britney? Why can't you remember the fun Britney? Not the,
To me,
not
that
the
makes me laugh.
K-Fed years.
That's why.
Skip the K-Fed years, where everything was just like really gutter and stuff. Think about the era before K-Fed came in, when she was dating Justin Timberlake and everything she's done in the past 5 years, you know?
Nah.
No, you're just not into it. Do you think she's hot? You know what? Do you? Come on, last word.
All right, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now.
All right, before we wrap things up, Cliff is going to pick a question from the magic book. Go ahead. It's going to be interesting. I would love to see what he comes up with.
All right. What song or artist that's on your iPod phone would surprise your friends?
It's a really good question because like my taste varies so quickly. I don't think anything would surprise anybody. But I would get teased for having a lot of like 80s freestyle music on my phone. They'd be like, oh, you really have to be that. My fiance was talking about, oh, you're so Puerto Rican right now because you're playing freestyle. And I'm like, aren't you Puerto Rican? He's like, yeah. And then meanwhile, he's humming to the beat of the song in the car.
Well, I don't actually have a playlist on my phone, but I do go on YouTube. What I think would surprise my friends is I like to listen to Lori Berkner. I like to listen to her when I was little. It might surprise my friends because not all of them are really familiar with her, or they don't remember listening to her.
I don't think there's a lot of music on my phone that would surprise almost anyone because everybody knows that I'm at least a little bit weird. So, and also my taste in music varies. if anything, they might be surprised for a little bit of indie music in there, just because I like to take naps and that kind of soothes me out.
About like music like from Ball. Sitar playing.
Yeah, something like that, around Ed Sheeran-ish like.
Ooh, that's kind of cool. But I'm not surprised. I don't know. I feel like when it comes. All right, you guys. And that'll about do it for us here at the Hangout. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And we hope to see you here again next time on the Hangout.